Hello, Coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with Messi, as it has been reported that the European Court is set to hear the case against PSG's acquisition of Messi. We are going to be discussing on that in much detail as we progress. Then, secondly, we are going to be talking about midfielder Frenkie de Jong, who in a recent interview with Ziggo Sport talks Chelsea, Manchester United beat, and his role at Barcelona. We are going to be discussing on everything Frankie had to say in that recent interview. So guys, before we get right into the story in full, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch the video right up to the very end. A bunch of Barcelona fans in Lyon have presented a case against Paris Saint-Germain for allegedly circumventing the financial fair play rules to sign Messi, according to Mundo Deportivo. The complaint was lodged by the Barcelona group, arguing that the French giants had not complied with the rules while signing Messi last year, 2021, the same regulations that barred Barcelona from keeping hold of the player in the same year. Instead of lodging the case to the French court, the group has come before the European Court in Luxembourg to settle the matter. In a massive win for the Barcelona fans, the European Court has agreed to hear the case, appointing Marc Jaga as the investigating judge. Jaga is the former president of the court and has been working in Luxembourg for 10 years. The European Court will hear the case on Tuesday, with a hearing set to be held in a large room of the court. Lyon supporters club lawyer Joan Branco sees this as a massive victory for his group. Messi has been enjoying an excellent season in the Ligue 1. However, with PSG involved in various scandals, including an alleged smear campaign against Kylian Mbappe in 2019, there are many who believe the attacker could leave in 2023. Messi's current contract at Parc des Princes expires at the end of the season. Barcelona are among the clubs interested in his services, though it remains to be seen whether the Blaugrana succeed in their quest to bring the playmaker back to Catalonia. Wow, this is interesting, strange. Never saw this coming. I know PSG are a team that can do anything that they want at any time. They have the money, they have the financial muscle. That's what Nasser El Khelaïfi have always think in his head, that the fact that they have the financial muscle, they can do whatever they like. Of course, in 2021, it came as a shock that Messi could not continue at Barcelona, and many Barca fans were in tears the way Messi left the club, which was not the best way, which was not the way we all as fans wanted Messi to leave the club. And there was no other place to go for Messi than PSG. Of course, we know PSG and their wealth, and they can do anything they want to do. They buy any player they want to buy. They have the highest wage bill in the whole of Europe, and that was the only club that realistically Messi could go, because that's where they can pay him. Because even though Manchester City was linked, some other clubs were linked, but realistically, PSG were the only club prepared to pay Messi, as he demands very, very high, considering the kind of player that he is. So it seems as though his move up to this very point in time is still not, some fans, especially Lyon. We know Lyon and PSG are enemies in the French football world. They have this rivalry, like the Classico there. And of course, the Lyon fans, a group of fans, are suing PSG for the way they bought Messi, saying that it is illegal. They did not comply with fair play rules, the same fair play rules that La Liga has, which is so strict, and which even it made us not to keep Messi last year at the club because we could not comply with it. So there was no way for us to keep Messi, even though he took a 50% wage cut to stay. There was no way out. So it's just strange enough that PSG's purchase of Messi is still not settled with many football fans. Lyon, in particular, the fans of Lyon want to sue PSG for that. I don't know if they succeed, but definitely I think PSG are not in any panic about this development. Nasser El Khelaïfi and the board, they are okay. I don't think they are in any panic. They have the financial muscle, since they believe that with money, anything is possible for them. So let's see how it goes. Then, moving on to the next story of discussion, Frenkie de Jong has been an enigma at Barcelona over the past year or so. Despite being regarded as one of the most talented midfielders in European football, the player has struggled with prominence in the Barca squad. In a recent interview with Ziggo Sport, de Jong has recently opened up on his transfer saga earlier this summer. He also spoke about his role in the first team, backing himself to do well in order to establish himself as a starter. He said, Chelsea and Man United beat. I was calm. I was really calm. I decided in the month of May I wanted to stay at Barca. My opinion never changed at any point in time. The Dutchman went on to confirm his desire to remain at Barcelona in the summer, even amid widespread speculations linking him to a move away from the Camp Nou. He said, I remain calm, then you know the pressure will start coming from outside. I wanted to stay at Barca, so it never made me confused, he said. De Jong was also asked about rumors about Sergio Busquets potentially leaving the Camp Nou in 2023 and Barcelona scouting Ruben Neves as a replacement, in which he said, it depends on what the club wants and what I want and what I want. I want to play in a role that suits my strengths most and where I get the best out of me, he responded. Since the start of the season, De Jong is yet to establish himself as a first-team regular for Barcelona. He has made only 3 starts in the league, falling behind Busquets, Pedri and Xavi in the pecking order. However, with Busquets producing a forgettable performance in midweek against Inter Milan, many believe De Jong could be given a surprise start when Barcelona take on Real Madrid, in the Clasico. Frenkie de Jong has had a difficult spell at Barca. To be honest, this season has not been a good one for him, considering that manager Xavi prioritizes Busquets, Xavi, and Pedri in that midfield department. I think all is not too well for Frenkie de Jong, who really cherished to play more minutes than he has done so far. I think Frenkie de Jong deserves to play more. That's just the honest truth. I think many Barca fans can concur with me on that. Despite the fact that, he never had the best of games, maybe last season or so, but Frenkie de Jong has been phenomenal for the few games he has played from the bench. But Xavi does not even care. Xavi does not even see it as anything. Xavi already has his mind set up that his preferred trio in midfield is Gavi, Pedri, Busquets, and so on and so forth. And talking about big games, that's when the worst. You hardly see Xavi putting Frenkie in those big games that are mighty. And when we look at it critically, I don't know, you guys can see that Barcelona don't win big games this time around. We don't win the big game. We don't win games that matter. We are not like Real Madrid where they win the games that matter and they don't even care about games that don't matter. But Barca go and trash teams that don't the games that don't even matter the most. And that's where we see Xavi making silly mistakes in formations and lineup, which kind of baffles everybody. So I think Frenkie de Jong deserves more, and you can see from his interview, I don't think he's happy, but I'm happy for the fact that he's saying that he still loves Barca. He will continue at the club, but let's see if Barca have an agenda behind the scene to try to kick him out by force. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.